Welcome everybody to Digimon Universe Appmon. I'm gonna turn one more light on. Oh
we have our
God.
choice between Kazuhiko and Shirozawa.
Yeah, game exclusive Digidestined. We're not in the show.
When they revealed that Agumon last night in the leaks.
Oh, the Black Agumon with bisexual lighting?
Yeah, and it was like, you can play this guy, Kosuke Kitagawa or whatever from Sources. I'm like, who the f is that? I thought it was like a new character from Liberator, and it's the Sons of Chaos guy from...
Chris Redfield?
Yeah, it's Chris Redfield. I just love saying Karn.
Yeah, so this game has not been translated into English, so we're just gonna do what we can, you know what I mean?
We're just gonna, it's like when we waited like forever for the Lost Evolution translation, and then didn't read a single line of dialogue for the 2 hours we played it.
Oh God! So I'm not even gonna use a tutorial here. This is just our Digimon Con is happening video.
Exactly.
So we're gonna be fighting with, I think, the world is about to show up. I've played this intro a few times before. There we go. There's the world.
Yeah. I love because this one's Lydra
This is Raid Dremon.
Raid
like
Dramon,
a Rage Drive.
Yeah, I love Raid Dramon. He's one of my favorite Appmons.
Yeah,
I love Globemon too. Honestly, Appmon, as much as I love that season, his debut is where it peaks.
I'm just so kind of annoyed. I know Appmon didn't really leave Japan anyway. I guess it got subtitled in some countries and stuff.
Yeah, it was on Crunchyroll. It still is.
This just could have been such an easy, not an easy translation job, but it would have sold, for the weebs.
It would have been. Yeah, Nickelodeon could have profited the fuck off of this, man.
Dude.
Nickelodeon just hates money.
We're in the players' room now. Apparently.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I have
upscaled
this. We are just a little guy. Oh, and I'm still yapping. Okay, fluent in Japanese. So what were you going to say about cards?
Oh, yeah. So probably by the time this comes out, Apocalymon will be limited to one. Thank God. First secret rare to ever get limited, because it's so fucking stupid, man. Because all you got to do is, if you have the 3 Dark Masters in your trash, you can play the dude out for 3 memory, and then for every level 6 in his sources at the end of your opponent's turn, you trash 2 cards from the top of your deck.
That's so crazy.
And at the end of his turn, you can tuck another level 6 under him. So bare minimum, on the first time you play that motherfucker, you're trashing 8 cards.
That's so
And then
sick.
if you get
you got
2
4
out, yeah, literally, I was playing against it last week, and somebody had 3 out against me, and he's like, "Now you trash the top 30 cards of your deck," and I had 25 cards left. I'm like,
that's imagine like purple up against Apocalypse and you deck out on turn 3.
that's literally what would happen. It's quite possibly the worst experience I've had playing the Digimon card game.
That one Hexablow deck I played against Baker in BT5. That was that for me, where I was just like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
I can't do it. Man, yeah, you would not be able to do the meta now, man. It's crazy.
That's what I mean. Every time I see new stuff, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then something like Apocalymon comes out or whatever, and I'm just like, man, I know it's not going to be fun, and I know the turns are going to be so boring. Hit me up when they do like Appmon speed duels or something.
Right. It's just purple just sucks to play against, because it's like my turn takes like 2 seconds, and they're like, all right, let me do this, trash 17.
Yeah. I think the problem with the game for me is, so I struggle to see how new players are really getting in at this stage, because there's so much to remember. But I also think lapsed players, it's a real struggle for, because it's like, I last played actively, BT5, BT6? The game is so convoluted now.
It is a lot to learn.
And if you were keeping up with every set, it's so much easier. But if you've just been busy for a bit, it's so daunting to get back into. Because of how much stuff there is to remember.
Because I had a friend who was gone on military leave for like a year. And because he left before BT9, and he came back and I think right when BT13 was released. And I'm like, bro, the whole game is different.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
You
game.
missed X antibodies. You missed cross. The game's different. Like that's the shit that you know. It's gone.
I think that was also as well the bit where it's like when we started having like tamer tucking and all that sort of stuff. It just got it's like remembering all your inheriteds. And obviously, when you play a deck, you get used to it and just remember what everything does. But anytime you try something new, it's like fuck. I have to remember all of these inheriteds and.
It's also gotten to the point where, like, before you could get away with not knowing, like, what your opponent's cards do. But now it's like if you don't know what like every card does, like all the like meta relevant cards at least, you're fucked. Like I didn't know what last week somebody was playing bugs against me, which bugs are good now, which makes me happy. And I just didn't know. I was like, okay, whatever, you know, it's fucking bugs. I don't need to read this shit. And I just got fucking stomped because I had no idea what they did.
And even if you're not getting stomped because you haven't got a strategy against your opponents, it's just, you just feel like a shit heel constantly being like, hold on, let me check this, or can you tell me what that does, or whatever. It's like...
But like for someone like me who's played literally like since release, it's a lot easier for me to get like stay up to date with all the new stuff. But yeah, if you miss like one set even... It's hard to.
It's fundamentally different, and like, you know, and part of that is just get good. You know, like if it was my main thing, I could just spend the time to get caught up. But when you kind of want to just have sorry, go on.
We've had at my locals like randomly like a really large uptick in new players. Like we had like 8 new people recently, which is really cool. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. If I was you and they were like, oh, we just pick one deck. It's like, just one deck and I'm just going to focus on this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Smart.
Well, it's like I was saying, even with like the stuff where it's like, this is a beginner friendly tournament, but they don't limit you to just using like the starter decks. They're like, any green deck. And it's like, well, yeah, that's not really fair. Like,
we had there was a starter deck only event for in the wintertime, but every store around me, people were like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do starter decks. I want to play the same deck I've been playing for 6 months.
That is going to unfortunately like mean a lot of people are not going to get into the game though, which kind of sucks.
It's like there was a couple of new people who didn't even play because they were like, well, all right, I don't really want to use my starter deck that I just got against, you know, everyone's fucking blinged out decks. But, you know, Appmon.
Man, maybe Appmon's time. Honestly, I genuinely think Appmon would be such a good way to do like a simplified format.
Absolutely.
And deliberately keep it very simplified, like... Abergele and stuff would... Okay, I found the person I was supposed to be talking to. Cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Abergele would be like a much more simpler version of Digicross, and that's, I think, how they can make the game sort of... like, as much as people were really mad about Fusion Worlds and stuff, like, I think it's definitely a way, like, Appmon or doing, like, a basic adventure set or something could definitely be a way to kind of, like, bring everything back a little bit to basics and then not get rid of the current card game but have them run like concurrently.
Yeah, 2 separate events. Also, people were saying that they should the only TCG that splits up by age group is Pokemon.
Right.
And it's crazy to me, especially like with Yu-Gi-Oh, that they don't do that. But I guess there's not a lot of young people playing Yu-Gi-Oh
That's the problem
anymore.
Is there's probably a lot of people who are interested in playing simplified Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're not interested in being a 19-year-old hanging around kids.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Or some of them are, and that's why they've got to stop having child-only tournaments.
You know what? Fair enough.
All ages tournament.
Did you know that the Lorcana Worlds like event is going to be held at Disneyland?
No,
Can you think of a more miserable experience?
Like how? Where are they going to have it? There's not like a convention hall in Disneyland.
They might like make. I guess, yeah. It just has like an empty like dining hall or some shit.
That's so weird. And yeah, what would you have to queue up like conventional Disneyland? Because that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like that sounds like the worst experience ever to have to go to Disneyland and then compete in a TCG tournament. That sounds awful.
Yeah, dude, I'm saying if Lorcana adds Kingdom Hearts, I'm all over it. Until that point, fuck it. Why is the vending machine talking to me?
It's telling that you can buy potions and elixirs.
Karn. It's me, Vendmon.
Come, Vegeta.
Put your... No! Get out of here!
I was laughing about that for, I swear to God, 30 minutes yesterday. I was losing my fucking mind.
That was me with the Magneto tweet.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, dude, if I saw Leo retweeted over that Vegeta picture, I would have fucking lost my shit.
It's so much funnier when Leo thinks it's good, no, not just to like, but to retweet. It's like, oh, shit.
And I just remembered because Baker was at Locals with me yesterday while we're like just chilling beforehand. He goes, "Look what Leo sent me," and it's the fucking Vegeta cum picture. Like, yes.
Let's go.
Oh man.
I also like when Leo just randomly is like liking or retweeting stuff that's shady towards people, and I'm like, whoa. Like he like someone's Justin Wong, the FGC guy, tweeted like, this new avatar's kind of got me hooked. And then someone quote tweeted it saying like, well, at least now I know definitely not to watch it. And Leo retweeted that, and I was like, holy shit.
I know nothing about Justin Wong except for the fact that Leo doesn't like him.
So apparently Justin Wong's thing is like he's a bit of like a consumer. He just kind of likes everything. And doesn't really have like extreme takes on anything, and kind of doesn't really form his own opinion on stuff. But I always thought he was fine. I was like, oh, Justin Wong's cool. And then I found out people hating him. I'm like, oh, I like Evo Moment 37 though.
Those fucking Salt compilations you made me watch when you were over here.
They're so good.
Perfect.
I should have made you watch beer and board games though. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't even think about beer and board games. I know you're gonna love it.
My plan for today is once I get everything done I need to, I'm gonna catch up on all the Game Changers episodes I've missed out on, and I'm gonna start on that board game thing as well.
Like season 1 is so good.
I can watch that while I'm doing my chores though.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's like very like you can pay a hardcore attention to it, or you can have it as the background. But some of the bits are so fucking funny in beer and board games.
Also, this guy, is this Onmon?
Yeah.
Dumb name, beautiful.
Great design, love it.
He's just, I love little guys.
Me too.
I was playing Rookie Rush last night, and everyone was getting mad at me, which I went 2-2, so it's like, all right, is the deck really that good? Yeah. And if everyone was like, "Are you just played this because you want wins?" and I'm like, "I'm playing it because it's just a bunch of little guys."
It's just a bunch of little guys.
Yeah. I don't need a theme. I just want little babies, and I just want to just throw them at the fire, man.
So can you explain to me why Ukamon's just in everything now? What's so good about him?
Oh, dude. It makes your deck so much faster. Because when you promote him, you can hatch another egg and gain a memory. So then if you have a Louis promotes a baby. So if you have Uko, promote, hatch, gain a memory, put another baby there, throw down a Louis, and then you can promote that baby. And because for some fucking reason,
it's like Turbo Mimi.
Yeah, because you don't. If you put something in raising that turn, it can attack if you promote it that turn. Because it wasn't played, so it doesn't have the summoning sickness or whatever.
What the fuck?
So yesterday on my first turn, I went second. I was able to attack 3 times because I had 3 Louis in my hand.
That's busted. I love it.
It's awesome, dude. It's great, and all the babies are just like the floodgates. So like you can't gain memory, they can't reduce evolution cost. So it's just like I'm forcing you to. We're playing BT1 right now. That's what we're doing. You get no effects.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
I like
it's also the only deck
Sorry, go on.
that runs Digimon Emperor, and that's why I like it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I feel like Digimon Emperor stuff could have been so much more, and I never saw much from it.
Yeah,
that's just like with all the white cards, though. I'm like the closest we got to something that was like actually good was Yggdrasil, and even that was like only the eggs were, the eggs were white.
We're getting more Eosmon stuff soon.
Just why do they keep pushing Eosmon for SummerSlam when when it just keeps not happening? It's like it's almost happening.
It's almost there.
We need spirals from Rear Eyes is what we need. That's
the
next,
dude.
That's the next bit. Man.
I was surprised in EX5 that we didn't get, because we got Heavy Leo's whole line. We didn't get the Tamer.
Real lack of Rear Eyes. Even though it was quite. Tamamon was in that right as well.
Was in that set too. Yeah. Could have had what's his face.
But no lovely Angemon.
No lovely Angemon.
What other exclusive? Obviously no Phil of the Future. Did we get one more new Mega in Rear Eyes? Tamamon, Heavy Leomon. Lovely Angemon.
We got the Rossenmon stuff forever ago, and it all sucked.
Yeah. But we also didn't get
all bad.
The Tamers from Rear Eyes ever, which sucks.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, they're really picky about the video games.
Yeah, they don't seem to like go full hog with it, which is a shame.
We'll get a.
But then
we'll
they'll do a whole
Karn.
fucking set about redigitize.
Oh yeah, that's quite possibly. Well, until 15. 15's quite possibly my least favorite set. I didn't even buy a box of it because I'm like, this set is just so mid.
Wow.
But 11 was so bad because that's when they were like, we're gonna include foil versions of every card, and it's gonna take up a rare slot.
That did suck.
That shit was so, because it made every rare in that set so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's no reason.
Speaking of rares, I'm sat on a $30 card right now.
That's true. Shout out to Rare Man. No.
Dude, by the way, this little guy, Firemon or whatever the fuck he's called, the little Gardramon style guy.
Isn't that Blockmon?
Blockmon, possibly, yeah. He's sick.
There's so many cool Appmons. We did that ranking video, and it was really hard to pick my favorites out of those.
There was so many good ones.
Because I didn't like, what was it, like Cloudmon or Weathermon? I think that ended up being our favorite. Good. Weathermon's so good.
One of the best. But also, like, I think the reason why I think you like Appmon as well is because they're very net-navy coded.
They're very net-navy, and they digicross, basically.
Yeah.
So it's everything. So I looked up Blockmon, and I just got a bunch of shit not Digimon.
Oh, maybe it's not. He's like meant to be like a firewall, right? But I never remember what he's actually called.
Or it could just be Guardmon. Hold on.
Oh, not Gardramon. He could be Guardmon. Yeah, that's
Guardmon. Yeah,
that's likely.
Nope. Yeah, I have no idea what that dude's name is. Oh well, I could figure it out, but it wouldn't be really great commentary. Exactly. Who's this dude? I also love Offmon's the other one.
Yes,
like
Onmon and Offmon.
Offmon is so fucking cute, dude.
They're both awesome. I really wish they were not like video game exclusive.
Yeah, well Offmon's
in the show, but Onmon is.
Onmon is not in the show.
It's like why have we got Offmon in the show, but Onmon's a video game exclusive? Maybe they were hoping that Appmon would do better and you get like a crossword situation, and then this guy would show up in like season 2 or something.
Yeah, I wish, man. It's just the first half of Appmon is so good, it's insane, and the second half just kind of just
yeah,
like it's not bad.
That's what I've heard. I haven't finished Appmon yet, but yeah,
yeah, because they just introduced this new bad guy, and he sucks, and then I don't want to spoil Appmon for everybody. So you should watch it. Yeah, go watch Appmon. It's good.
I think Appmon gets so much shit just for being different, but it's like. Digimon is just always... Oh, it's like not Musimon. It's Bluesimon.
Yeah, I think that's... He's like Entermon.
No, Entermon's the Evo. It's Musimon, Mediumon, and Entermon are the evolution lines. I can't remember what this guy's called.
This guy does have a different name. I just can't remember what it is.
Here we go.
But yeah, I really hate... Like, I get not liking like Frontier, Cross Wars, everything, because they're different. But it's such a boring fucking answer.
This is I'm doing this video where I do like the history of Digimon animation, and the criticism. Well, admittedly, sometimes it feels different, like emotionally. Digimon's whole thing is that almost every season has been something that was not the status quo. Armor and DNA and 02, like time jumping. Tame is making it so that like the Digimon we knew was a fictional world. Frontier completely changing Digivolution. Data Squad being. All right,
Data Squad being an actually good show outside of Digimon.
Cross Wars changing up evolutions and levels fundamentally. Appmon changing things. Ghost Game being bad.
I wanted to like Ghost Game so bad. I tried so
People think I'm like
hard,
a Ghost Game hater. A lot of it I liked. I just didn't. It didn't come together,
Yeah, it's like it was almost there. It's like it's just like. Have you seen that clip of T-Pain where he's like, "Fucking do something"? That's me. The entirety of Ghost Game. I'm like, oh my god, can we fucking do something?
For God's sake. Yeah. And like they always said it was gonna. We've talked about this.
Yeah. It's like, watch one of our thousands of other videos where we say like, man, Ghost Game was almost good. Also, I hate Gamamon. Fuck Gamamon.
I like Gamamon.
So I like him too, but someone has to be a hater.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone has to put that bitch in his
I'm more
place.
of a Jellymon hater because of the Jellymon weirdos.
Yeah. I really liked their dynamic. I thought it was a very fun because Jellymon was more of the like. I don't want to say master.
Yeah, for sure. The
leader. was definitely more of the. It's kind of like a Joe and Gomamon type of thing.
Definitely, but to
then,
like more of a degree.
Then you get on Twitter. I can't believe when we did that Ghost Game video that we had people. No, there was the hot takes one.
Yes,
where we were like. Where somebody was like, I think it's weird that people ship to Jellybot and Kyoshiro. We're like, agree. And we had people in the comments like, you guys are weird.
Yeah, it's like, what's
weird?
She's a child.
She's a literal child level.
Oops. Alright, well, something cool's happening here.
My biggest issue with Appmon is that it has 3 really, really, really good characters, but 2 really, really bad characters, and they get all the screen time, and I hate it.
Is that, Homeboy, the DJ Homeboy?
DJ Homeboy and the pink-haired girl.
Yeah.
I love their partners, but those 2 characters make me want to... Every focus episode on them makes me want to rip my fucking ears off, dude. The girl especially, because like half the show is like focused on her, and she's not even like she's almost there. She's almost there.
She's getting there.
It's like you're telling me Zoe had like 2 focused episodes, but this bitch gets 25. Are you serious?
Okay, we're doing some app link shit or something. We're doing chips. We're making Telemon. Nice.
Yeah. Anything we're just. Maybe it's the 0-2 fan in me, but anything where Digimon combine, I'm
cool.
It
Is definitely cool.
Just anything where anything combines, I'm into it.
I think if anything, that's why I was a little bit disappointed with that one. Is I think there were some instances where it really felt like some app links were too merging concepts, but I wish they'd have gone a bit more like Infinite Craft with it, where it's like if like Firemon and Rainmon got together, you get like a Thundermon or whatever, like that kind of style of fusion, rather than the more kind of like I said, sometimes they do it, like Weathermon would get like Weatherdramon or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
But they didn't always do it. It was just sometimes be like, what if it was this guy but bigger? And it was like, yeah.
Yeah, and in the second half of the show, once they get their like ultimate levels, for lack of a better term, or their perfect levels, they don't do any of the fun stuff anymore. It's just all just go into this guy, win the fight, and it's like, well, you couldn't like be like, okay, let's throw in Roleplaymon so he gets a sword, you know?
Yeah, what the hell?
Just a little something. Like, even in the second half of Cross Wars, they still did the fun Digicrosses just to be like. They did Shoutmon Cross 4 a couple of times, you know, even though they didn't need to. It's still a good show. It just.
Honestly, I think Ghost Game, if it had like a new gimmick, I guess the gimmick is like the branching evolution, but that should have been such a. If they're going to do episodic, right, they should have had the branching for all of them at all levels.
There's no reason they couldn't have, even if it's just like the shit that was on the VB.
Yeah,
just like if I saw Mamomon in Ghost Game, I would have popped off, dude.
High key, I think. Ooh,
you're welcome.
Lovely. High key, I think a season of the anime, rather than having to make a fuckload of new designs, should just do a very VPET style of Digivolution, where it's like initially they don't like know what they're doing, so their first champion is like a Numemon, and then they freak out, and even their Numemon is like, why am I a Numemon? You know?
Oh, I'm shit.
Literal shit. It'd be a really cool way of doing it, to like obviously have like new designs, but also just let them branch off, because that's what was one of the standouts of Adventure 2020 was just like, oh shit, Patamon's becoming Pegasusmon now and stuff like that. You know,
fucking cool. Until I saw that it was 8,000 feet tall, and I'm like, God damn it, you ruined it.
Good luck, Karn. Thank you. Appreciate you. Arigato gozaimasu, etc.
And whatnot. I also like whatever that little hamster dude is. He's cute too.
Yeah.
Let me just, I'll just Google hamster.
Yeah, Google hamster Appmon. There's 2 of them. There's variants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's like a red or like a yellow one. Yeah. Tutomon, like tutorial. Yeah. What's the other one? Yeah, it doesn't say the other one on the wiki, so I'm not gonna listen to it.
Batterymon.
Yeah. There's just I don't think there's a miss.
No, there's some like kind of air ones, but no like really bad ones.
Yeah, no terrible. But I kind of think that about all Digimon. Maybe it's biased.
There's not a
Digimon. Yeah, there's not a besides Gamamon. I don't hate any Digimon.
Weirdly, Pokemon with the significantly less amount of creatures is the one that I often abjectly dislike a design. Whereas Digimon, I don't think I ever... Even like Digimon that I don't like conceptually, like Shakumon or Mambomon, I don't like them because of how they're used, not because of their design.
Yeah. And most of my hatred for any Digimon just comes from the
Fandom.
card game.
Oh, the card game.
And the
Yeah.
fan. Yeah, that too. I love I was a big Gamemon fan originally because I love dinosaurs. He's a little Triceratops dude. But just everyone was so... I don't want to say dick riding. It's because they all forgot about Pulsemon. You know what? I'll say it.
Man, and it might...
The
VB
Pulsemon
might be
erasure
dying.
will not stand.
They've done...
Honestly, they fucked it with the new app, man. That shit is garbage.
There would be thematic reason to believe that
the
VB is dying, because first VB'd in was Pulsemon, and the most recent one, and we've had no news, is the Pulsemon BEM. So it might... I mean, he was in Seekers, so it does make sense, but it could also be like a... so I wouldn't be surprised if the VB is dead. Or maybe they're going to do a VB2, and it's going to be like a Fitbit, and it'll be great. But it wouldn't surprise me if we...
I loved the VB, man.
This guy rocks, by the way.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He's sick as fuck. The first, month or two of the VB was awesome. Even without even the translated app, I was having the time of my life.
Yeah. I would say up until them killing the app, I was having a great time with it, because I enjoyed the BE a lot. There was a lot of to like about the BE.
I never got the BE, but I feel like I would have loved it.
It was fun, but I mean, it does just get repetitive, because the thing they missed about the exercise component is the Fitbit style bit of it. The cool thing about a Fitbit is if you go swimming or you go running, it knows automatically. It's very lame to be like, okay, I am going to do
10 punches.
And it's like, and then in the BE, they made it so only squats gave you evolution points.
That's pretty good.
No, it's awful.
Oh, wait.
Because then if you're trying to legitimately exercise, you can only do one type of exercise to get evolution. So you can't do punching, you can't do...
Yeah, that's stupid. I was thinking it was like, okay, so they took out all the useless bullshit, like punching.
No, all of that's still in there, but it only raises your, stats, not your evolution.
Oh, that's why I never got the BE, because I didn't really care about the stats.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting idea, because the battle side of the VB was very rudimentary. So it having stats and stuff, this guy's awesome too.
This guy rules, yeah.
It having stats and stuff to me is interesting, because it means you can almost get a kind of VGC thing going on, where it's I've maximum statted my homeboy, but in reality it didn't translate well enough to there being a decent scene.
Also, I know it's my fault because I didn't listen to the 3 months of warning when they were we're shutting down the old app, but I lost all my Digimon when they did that. Yeah, and I had all the secret
they also
ones.
Did not make it even remotely easy to switch it over. You have to do it one by one with the device, even though both apps had Bandai Namco login. It's what are we doing?
I couldn't even, with the new app, I couldn't get into any fights, not even the test.
Initially it was awful. It had balanced out, but even now it's still so slow. And obviously you don't get... I've literally gone on the app and just there was no one there. And it's yeah.
I wanted it, and I just wanted it to be... Just go back. Take me back.
Yeah. I do think... Like I said, I love my Fitbit, so I think if they really focused in on that, but I just don't think it's worth it for them.
I don't know why they don't just make a VPet app, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just throw that shit on your phone. Shout out to my Jetta wallpaper, by the way. Throw that shit on the Play Store, and then it'd be you can play with your friends. Just get fucking Dragonrod or whoever who made the digital payments. Be we'll give you money to make this a real app for us, and people would play the shit out of it.
Great example. And people say, oh, devs never do that for legal reasons. Sonic Mania exists.
Sonic Mania, yeah. And now that's when that one game showed up in the Nintendo Direct, everyone was what the fuck is this? And it's made by Sonic Mania team. Okay, alright, this might be good. Okay. These people know what they're doing.
How long have we been recording for? 30 minutes? Gee, alright, we can end it. Fucking hell. I was
alright. Fuck Appmon.
Have a good Digimon Con, everybody. Hopefully it's not terrible.
If you're these people's names, you're cool as fuck.
Yeah, you are. You're actually... If you're these people's names... Yeah, you're a cool person. I also realized this whole time that I didn't cut the 3DS thing properly, so you can kind of see the top of the touchscreen. But don't worry about it. It's fine.
It'll be small. Professional YouTuber Karn EX over here, everybody.